Well, I hope it's going to the cloud. We shall see. Oh, I'm on errands. That's right. I'm on errands today. So, okay, welcome everybody. We're so excited you're here. And you know how I'm going to start this. It's how I start all of my calls. I want to celebrate wins with you. So, what wins do you have either from, if you weren't on for our first week in April, then tell us a win from March or from April, or I want to hear a win from April. Anybody have one?
I've signed up one new one this month.
That's awesome. That is
Happy.
awesome, Nicole. That's what I've done.
Yeah.
I've signed up one, and you know what? I'm thanking the Lord for that one.
Yes.
So that is wonderful. Anyone else? And maybe it's not adding someone. Maybe there's a different win. Maybe so I'll tell you one of my wins is that I put on my dress, and I don't know if it's a win or not at this point, but I put on my dress for my daughter's wedding that is Friday night, and it's a little bit too big. So anyways, so I kind of think that's a win, but it may be a loss for this week. I don't know. But anyways, anyone else have a win from April that they want to talk about or share? Because I love wins. Big.
I'll share one.
Yes.
I haven't added anybody, but a win for me is just being able to find the time and carve out time to make the calls. I have some really busy kids right now, and I don't even know where I'm going 90% of the time. So showing up is a big thing.
I 100% agree. And I'm so glad you said that, because I think that's one of our biggest wins that sometimes we don't think of it as a win, right? So good job, Michelle. I agree. I think it's a huge win. Aaron and I were actually just talking about that. And so how, especially this season, this time of year, it gets, a little chaotic and crazy, but yeah, I'm glad you're showing up, and I think it's a huge win. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and jump on to what we have planned. So I have a question for you. Feel free to unmute or just raise your hand or whatever. Who has watched one of our Real People, Real Story calls on Thursday nights? Has anybody been on those? Michelle has, Deborah has, Britt has. Okay, and then Nicole.
I have.
Okay, I was going to say, I know
Yeah.
you're muted because you're at work. So, and I know you have because I've seen it. So that's wonderful. So let me ask you, and feel free to put it in the chat or to just unmute, but do you use those regularly? Are you using those? Do you feel confident when you're reaching out to people and following up with people and overcoming objections? And are you asking them to every Thursday, not the same people, but are you asking people every Thursday night and every Sunday night to the business calls?
No.
You know what? I'll be honest, I haven't as much as I need to either. And so that's what we're going to talk about today is, how do we even do this? How do we make sure that we're inviting without puking plexus on somebody or making them crazy or making ourselves crazy, right? And how do we overcome objections, and how do we follow up? And so if you haven't seen it, Melissa Eichenhorst actually has a board set up. Does anybody in here use boards? If not, that's okay. Michelle does. I'm going to post this in our April chat. And if you're not in that and you want in it, I can add you, or I can just send you the board, but it's going to have all of your verbiage. So I'm going to show you that today, and we're going to walk through that together so we can see how to leverage these calls. So the first thing, let me screen share. Let me get out of here for a minute. The first thing I want to show you is, can y'all see my screen? Everybody, can y'all see that? Okay, so when these come out, usually on Mondays, the first thing that you need to do, or that I suggest we do, is you start looking at these. Okay, kids' eczema, asthma, food allergies, weight loss, weight gain, sleep, energy, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, anxiety, reliant on medication. I guarantee you know people that fit in at least one of those categories, right? And then this says, in skeptic turned believer, celebrating 10 years with Plexus. I started for the products, loved them, and then stayed for the business opportunity. And so maybe you have somebody that has been with Plexus for years and years and years, and you haven't found a way to invite them to the business yet, or maybe you've invited them, but they haven't jumped in yet. This call would be great for that person, right? Anybody with asthma, food allergies. So you should start thinking automatically when you see these, who can I share these with? Who can I reach out to? So that's going to be the first one. And you're going to do that. These start on Monday, right? Sunday night, we have Sunday night calls, and then Monday's our fresh day. So that's going to be the first one we look at. And so then let me pull up our boards over here real quick. Okay, this is what the board looks like. It's called Sunday Systems, and you can see that right over here. And the very first thing is our invitation verbiage. So this looks really small, and I'm not going to read it on here, but I just want you to see that it has all these verbiages and all this verbiage. And so what I'm going to do, I need to move us a little so I can see. She has them listed out one by one. So now you can not only look up here, but you can go to the actual verbiage. Okay, and I'm not going to read all of these to you because you can read, and I'm going to send these to you. But I will read this one. Hey, Nicole, I love watching your sweet family grow. Our oldest is also a boy, and I remember how excited I was to find out baby number 2 was a girl. I want to be really open with you about why I'm reaching out to you. I'm not sure if you've seen any of my social media over the last few years, but I partnered with a company that has allowed me to bring in a significant amount of income while working from home. I started because I wanted the product so I could lose a few pounds and be healthier. At that time, I was really burnt out on teaching and was ready to be a stay-at-home mom, but we couldn't afford that without me bringing in some additional income. I saw several people who were super successful with Plexus, and I decided to try it out for myself. And it's truly been the biggest gift to our family. I remember how personable and positive you are. You would be amazing at this. I've honestly been a tad bit nervous to bring this up to you because we haven't talked in years. So I'm curious if you have ever thought about doing something additional to bring income into your family. So obviously you could change that to, you love our products, you've been with us for years, whatever it is. But do you see how in this, she talks to her, she makes it personable, and then she's very honest and upfront. That's the one thing I don't like, is when we try to sneak things in on people with Plexus, right? And I don't think we do that. I think I've seen it with other companies, like, oh, you're this amazing person, and then the next thing you know, they're like, sell my product or buy my product, and you're like, okay, but she's very honest. I want to be very honest with you in here. And then she just asks her a question. So there's more of these samples that you can go through. But this is for the call on Sunday nights, but you can use this for the call on Thursday nights. So, hey, Deborah, me and a few of my friends are doing a 15-minute call this Sunday evening to show how you could earn $300 in less than a week. It's going to be super fast and fun. Would you like to hop on and check it out? Okay, so change it up. Hey, Deborah, a few friends of mine and I are doing a 20-minute call this Thursday evening to share some of our stories about Plexus. Would you be interested in hopping on and checking it out? Or, hey, Michelle, I saw that you have bad asthma. My friend has an incredible testimony, and we have a 20-minute call this Thursday night. She's going to share her testimony. I really think you could relate. Would you be interested in hopping on and checking it out? So I like this verbiage because you can change it for yourself for any of it. But I think it's so important that we are inviting, right? We are inviting. So she had some longer samples. She has some shorter samples. You have to pick what works best for your friend that you're reaching out to. And just like with the Thursday night calls, the graphics, I'm reading over those and I'm trying to think of Who can I reach out to? Same with the Sunday night calls. Who, like this last week, I was on, Celeste was on, and Rainey was on. And Rainey unexpectedly became a single mom. And she talked about how this income helped her. Celeste had never made a paycheck in her life, never had made a paycheck. And so who do you know like that? Who do you know that suddenly became a single mom or just became a single mom and is trying to make ends meet? Or who do you know that has always been a stay-at-home mom, but maybe they want something else to do, or maybe they don't realize it yet, like Celeste didn't? Who do you know that has adopted? Maybe my story would resonate with them, or who do you know that's in that process? And so you're just constantly reading these graphics. We're not just slapping them up and posting them. We need to be reading them and really thinking about who can we reach out to. So you'll have some of this verbiage. Like I said, you're going to have to switch it up some, but you do have that verbiage. So then she gives us follow-up verbiage. And so here's the invitation. So if they say yes, I mean, I love it because she has really just mapped this out for us. So if they say yes, you can respond back with wonderful. Now remember, this is geared towards Sunday night, but you can change it to Thursday nights. I'm really excited and I'm confident you'll love, I should have brought my glasses in here. You'll love what you hear. The heart of our company is our people. And these stories are so impactful. Here is the info to hop on, and you send them that info. So, and then you can follow up on a call. And Melissa really, all of this that she talks about, she really talks about voice messaging. And we've talked about that for years, right? We want people to hear our voice, because when they hear our voice, it's not just a copy paste message. They aren't going, okay, they just sent that to 50 people. They hear your heart. They hear who you are, right? They hear your voice. So then you would have a follow-up. So after the call, a follow-up call. Hey friend, I saw you were on the Zoom tonight. Thank you for hopping on and trusting me. Can you see why I think this company is so special? The testimonials always inspire me and embolden me to continue to share. It's why I'm so passionate. I'd love to hear what you loved most. I know it's getting late on Sunday night, but if you're up, I'm up, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. So she gives us what to do. Now, what if they say yes and there's a no-show? Then you can message them this. Hey, I know Sunday nights can be so busy, but I missed you on our Zoom. If I sent over the recording, would you be open to watching it? It's only 15 minutes long. I would love your feedback. Okay, so she's giving us every single thing to say. So what if, when you ask them originally, what if they said no? You just continue to engage and comment on social media, look for opportunities to add value. Remember, we're always talking about adding value is so important. That's what people want, right? And also look for chances to bring up Plexus when the doors open. So then if they just come out and say no, she tells us what to do. So I love this right here. And you've heard me say it a million times with this no reply. How Mackenzie, my friend Mackenzie, that our Fast Start Gold, she tells her friends, don't make it weird. I'm not making it weird. Don't make it weird. You can tell me no. Your friendship is too important to me. So I like that here too, right? I like to add that in there if we can, just because I know for so many people that are relational, those friendships are so important. And so it makes you feel weird. So then just put it out there, right? Like, don't be weird. So then, okay, what if they say no? I hear you. I totally understand how you feel. I felt the same way the first time my friend asked me to take a look. But I always encourage the people that matter most to me to not say no until they know what they are saying no to. What I've learned over the years is every opportunity isn't for me, but it truly never hurts to listen. And in the end, if it's not a fit, of course, it's 100% okay. Instead of getting on the Zoom, would you be open to checking out a short video instead, so you at least know what you're saying no to? And I love it. Y'all, Melissa has made all of those calls. She's made them available to all of us. And now with Real People, Real Stories on Thursday nights, we have a list of those calls too. So if you know somebody with asthma, You can look at those calls and go, I'm gonna send them this call. Or, hey, I know this mama that's adopting, I'm gonna send this call, this business testimonial call. Does that make sense? There's so much here, and I'm gonna let y'all just keep going through it. I just wanted you to see that she has everything mapped out. So even after they got on the call and they're not interested, she gives more information. So I just highly recommend printing this out, looking at it, keeping it somewhere that you can get your hands on. And so, and just like the other, she has it. If they say yes, here's what you send. And here's after the Zoom, if they did not attend. So she has it all written out for you. All you have to do is copy and paste and make it sound like you. That's all you have to do. Super simple. And then she has overcoming objections. Does that not drive you crazy? Because sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, they said they can't afford it. How do I overcome that, right? Well, she has it all laid out here, business objections and product objections. She has it all laid out for us, but then she also has it right here so you can copy and paste. So if they say I'm not a salesperson, and like I said, I'm not going to read each of these, but I want you to see that this is wonderful to have. I can absolutely relate to how you feel. I felt the same exact way as a school teacher. But what I found out is that I don't have to be a salesperson. I already tell people about things I love, and I have learned that selling is actually just serving. I believe that these products can help so many people who are literally praying for relief right now. I could show you how you could share from a place of love and service that wouldn't feel icky and slimy. Would you be open to that? So if you're like me, sometimes my brain, when it's my friend, I can get stuck and I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that. So I love it. And I'm not going to go through, I'm not going to read them all, but I'm going to show you what she has. I'm already healthy. You have those friends, right? I'm already healthy, or I don't need to lose weight. I can't afford it. That's another objection. Tried other products before. She has, and then she has, doesn't have enough time. We hear that a lot, right? I don't have enough time. And then sometimes they don't want to share because they need results first. So here's how you can overcome that objection as well. So she has everything right here. She also has this amazing little Zoom link right here. And then here's a list to all of her past recordings. Okay, so you can click on them, you can look at them, figure out which one you need to send, and it's ready to go. So I just wanted to share with y'all today on this board and how you can be inviting, because we all have friends that need Plexus, either the business or the products, right? Or I'd say the products and or the business. I would think 99% of people could use both, but everything is laid out for you. So if you've kind of shied away or felt like you're getting a lot of objections and maybe you aren't able to overcome those, then maybe it's the answers here within this board, because I think we have so many testimonies that could truly change people's lives. So what are y'all's questions on this? Let me stop sharing. And what are your questions? Does anybody have questions on how to use that, or any of the, or do you have anything different you're using that's helped you with these Thursday night and Sunday night calls?
Cheyenne, sorry I was late getting on the call. How do I get to that board thing?
I'll send it to you. Are you
Okay.
in the April chat? Are you in the Spring into Action April chat? If not, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm in that.
Okay, I'll send it to you. Not a big deal.
Okay.
I'll send it to you, and then if you don't have boards, you can create an account. And so I think there's such, like Nicole just said, I think they're super helpful. And I think these resources, like, I just want everyone to know that these resources are incredible, and that we have teams of people working on them to make sure these business opportunity calls go on Sunday nights, and these real people, real stories calls go on Thursday nights. I think they're a huge blessing. And I think and then seeing this laid out truly can help us leverage these calls. So anyone else? And one more thing on these calls. Don't forget, on Sunday nights, we give away 3 $10 gift cards. And I know $10 doesn't sound like a lot, but it's something fun, right? Like getting $10 Amazon. How would you like $10 off your next Amazon order? I think it's fabulous. Or a $10 Sephora gift card. I know when I go into Sephora with my children, I can drop a lot of money. So having $10 off is a lot of fun, depending on whatever gift cards they give away that night. But then on Thursday nights, what we've started doing is we've started to give away on those too. And oh, thank you, Nicole. On Thursday nights, we're giving away a $10 or a $15 voucher to go towards their Plexus purchase. So, or your Plexus purchase. So I think that's a lot of fun that you can, you know, earn that too. And that's a great way to get somebody on. Hey, you could win $15 towards your purchase of Plexus. So lots of things going on, but I really want us to leverage these calls because the testimonies are incredible and it's a third party validation, right? I can tell people all day long how wonderful Plexus is, but Annette, you could come along right behind me and they could hear it from you too. And they would listen to you. They could listen to you more than they did me. Does that make sense? Like my mom was, my mom was one of those people. I told her for 6 months how amazing Plexus was. And do you know, she did not join me until she saw that Kevin had joined me, my brother joined me, my sister joined me, my sister-in-law joined me. And then she was like, oh, I think I'm going to give it a call or give it a try. And then after that, she didn't say they worked for probably another 6 months because she wouldn't take them correctly. So all of this is a process, right? So people need to continuously hear about Plexus, and these testimony calls really are a great third-party validation. Any other questions?
Would you add me to that chat group?
I sure will. Yeah, I will. I'll add it. I'll add you and then I'll put that board in there too. Anything else? And I love this chat. So if you're not in our Spring into Action chat, what it is it gives you just action steps to do each and every day. It's posted at the top. You know what to do. You do those actions every day. And then at the end, we give away a gift at the end of each week to people that have completed their action form for the week. Super simple. It just lays it out very simply for you, but it holds you accountable and there's other people in there to encourage you. So if you're not on there, get on there. And if you need me to add you, just let me know and I can do that. So any other questions? Okay, we're going to wrap up and I'll put that in our chat, and Rainey will be hosting next Tuesday's call. So I hope to see you then. Bye guys.